Alright, here's 9 things your body does that make zero sense. Number 9. Goosebumps. Ever get goosebumps? Like when it's cold, or when you hear a song that hits just right? Suddenly, your arm hairs stand up like they're trying to form a tiny army. Here's the dumb part. Goosebumps are supposed to make your body hair stand tall, which back in caveman days made us look bigger and scarier to predators. Translation: ancient humans were basically trying to cosplay as puffed-up cats. Problem is, you don't have enough fur left to actually look intimidating, unless your plan to scare away danger is by flashing, patchy forearm stubble. Yeah, good luck with that. Also, goosebumps don't even keep you warm anymore. Like, dude, it's 2025, we have sweaters, chill. So every time you get goosebumps today, just remember, that's your body pulling out an ancient defense system that's about as useful as a floppy disk in 2025. Number 8. Brain freeze. Okay, so explain this one to me. You take a sip of a cold milkshake. Delicious, right? But then suddenly, bam, your brain decides to punish you with a stabbing headache like you just insulted its mother. That's brain freeze. And honestly, it makes no sense. Why would your body attack you for enjoying ice cream? Like, dude, this is the one thing keeping us happy. What's happening is the roof of your mouth has blood vessels that freak out when they get cold too fast. They suddenly tighten up and then dilate, which sends this "oh no, emergency" signal to your brain. Your brain, being dramatic as hell, interprets that as pain in the forehead. So basically, it's a wiring mistake. Ice touches your mouth, but your forehead takes the hit. It's like ordering pizza and your neighbor getting it instead. And the best cure? Press your tongue against the roof of your mouth to warm it back up. Or, don't inhale your milkshake like a vacuum cleaner. Number 7. Shivering. So, picture this. It's freezing outside, and instead of your body magically cranking up the heat like a thermostat, it makes you shake uncontrollably. That's shivering. The idea is that rapid muscle contractions generate warmth, which is fine in theory, but in practice, you're out here jittering like you just drank 6 espressos, producing barely enough heat to take the edge off. It's like your body's version of starting a fire by rubbing 2 sticks together. Technically it works, but it's wildly inefficient and makes you look ridiculous. And let's be real, in 2025 we have coats, heaters, and hot chocolate. Shivering is just your body saying, hey, remember when survival was harder? Yeah, good times. Number 6. Hiccups. Hiccups. Those tiny, random, completely pointless spasms that turn you into a human squeaky toy. Here's what's actually happening. Hiccups are your diaphragm, that muscle under your lungs, spasming for no good reason. Then your vocal cords snap shut, which makes that classic hic noise. The question is, why? Scientists don't fully know. Best guess? It's another leftover from evolution. Some think it's connected to our amphibian ancestors, because tadpoles hiccup too when they're switching between gills and lungs. So congratulations, every time you hiccup, you're basically reenacting a frog's puberty. And don't even get me started on the so-called cures. Hold your breath, drink water upside down, scare your friend. Honestly, it feels like the medical advice for hiccups was written by a prankster. None of it reliably works. So yeah, hiccups, totally useless, unless you're auditioning for the role of comic relief sidekick in a Disney movie. Number 5. Sun sneezing. This one's weirdly specific but surprisingly common. Ever step outside, look at the bright sun, and immediately sneeze? That's called the photic sneeze reflex, and about 1/3 of people have it. Scientists think it's because the optic nerve, the one that handles vision, and the trigeminal nerve, the one that handles face sensations, like sneezing, are hanging out way too close in your skull. So when bright light overstimulates your eyes, the sneeze reflex accidentally gets triggered, like 2 roommates sharing 1 brain cell. Completely unnecessary. Light has nothing to do with dust or germs in your nose, and yet your body's like, sun's out, better blast air at 100 miles an hour for no reason. Also, fun fact, this reflex is genetic, which means if you sneeze at the sun, you can blame your parents for giving you defective wiring. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Number 4. Wrinkly fingers in water. Okay, this one's just bizarre. You take a bath, or you're in the pool too long, and suddenly your fingers look like they're 90 years old. Like, you didn't pay your bills, and now your hands are mad about it. The thing is, your skin isn't absorbing water like a sponge. That's a myth. What's really happening is your nervous system is making your blood vessels under the skin shrink, pulling the skin down and giving you prune fingers. And apparently, it's on purpose. Scientists think it helps us grip wet objects better, like if you're a caveman trying to catch slippery fish, Wrinkly fingers equals better grip. But here's the part that makes no sense. When was the last time you needed to hold onto a fish with your bare hands? Exactly. Unless you're auditioning for Survivor, the only thing you're gripping in the water is maybe a pool noodle. So this reflex is just useless at best, nightmare fuel at worst. Number 3. Yawning. Alright, yawning. The universal sign for I'm either tired, bored, or pretending I'm not ignoring you. Here's the thing, nobody really knows why we do it. For decades, people thought yawning was about getting more oxygen, but that theory doesn't fully check out. Another idea? Yawning helps cool your brain down, like your skull is running a cheap PC fan. Then there's contagious yawning, the fact that when you see someone else yawn, you have to yawn too. It's almost impossible to resist. In fact, just hearing me talk about yawning right now might make you yawn. Go on, I know you did. But why? Some scientists think contagious yawning is about empathy, like your brain syncing up with the people around you. Personally, I think it's just biology trolling us. Either way, yawning is one of those things the body does that feels important, but actually just turns you into that one guy in class who looks like he hasn't slept since 2004. Number 2. The appendix. Let's be real. The appendix is the ultimate, why is this even here, organ. It's this tiny pouch hanging off your large intestine, and for the most part, it does absolutely nothing. You can get it removed and live perfectly fine, which makes you wonder why it even exists. Some scientists think the appendix used to help digest tough plants back in caveman times. Others think it plays a role in the immune system, like a safe house for good bacteria. Okay, fine. But most of the time, the appendix is just sitting there quietly until one day it decides, you know what, let's explode. And then boom, appendicitis. A medical emergency that can literally kill you if it bursts. Imagine having a feature in your body that doesn't do much, but still has a self-destruct button built in. That's the appendix. It's like buying a car with a cup holder that sometimes catches on fire. Completely unnecessary. Number 1. Wisdom teeth. Finally, we reach the crown jewel of useless body nonsense, wisdom teeth. These little jerks are extra molars that show up in your late teens or early 20s, just when you thought puberty had finished ruining your life. Back in the day, when humans ate raw roots, nuts, and mammoth steak, having extra teeth made sense. But now, we've got cooking, forks, and dentists. Wisdom teeth just show up to overcrowd your mouth, get impacted, and cost you a small fortune to remove. And the worst part? Not everyone even gets them. Some lucky people skip wisdom teeth entirely, which means evolution could have phased them out by now. But nope, we're still stuck with nature's worst dental prank. So yeah, wisdom teeth are basically the appendix of your mouth, totally outdated, usually painful, and expensive to deal with. Thanks, evolution. And there you go. More dumb science coming if you hit that subscribe.